Hi guys, Jack the old guy here. Uh, I haven't done much lately on working on the bikes, but the last couple of days it's been up near 40 degrees, so I've been working on getting things a little neater around here. And I went out today and I thought, well, I'm going to do a overview of what all I've got out here and how I'm working on it. So here it is. Well, you'd never know it, but I've been working the last couple of days trying to get this place squared away a little bit. And I haven't made a lot of progress. So I still got things I got to get rid of somehow. Find a different home for them. So I got a little room to work in here. I got old tires laying on the floor and all that kind of stuff. I got two-wheel carts here that I can put some other building. I got trash everywhere. I got bird shit that I've been trying to keep off the two projects that I have. I did get a new accelerator installed up here. This is my YDS3. Thing is, the cable is off of a different type of bike, and it's a little longer than the regular cable. The regular cable comes right about to there. This one goes considerably further. So I either got to come up with a new way to connect the two cables to the carburetor and the cable to the oil pump, or I have to go back and try again to fix the other cable that was on there. Okay, I'm going to find a new home for this guy. I got a couple of buildings here. There's one there. That's an old granary where we kept our oats and our wheat and I forget what else we kept in there. I think that's mostly it. I think it was oats that we kept. We fed the chickens on it. This is a building I put up when I moved back out to the farm in '04. There used to be a big barn here. But it partially fell down and then was burned. And I had them dump some gravel here and make me a nice gravel parking lot. Then I bought this shed. So we got it full of motorcycles. This one here is another YDS3, black one I bought. It runs a little bit, but not as good as it should. It needs some more work and a paint job because it's not supposed to be black. This is my new touring bike. It's a Suzuki V-Strom 650. That's a DT250, 1974 version. It has no exhaust. It has no starter plate. The speedometer's broke. There's no turn signals. I bought it as a parts bike. The seat pan is usable. And I do have some of the parts. The exhaust is going to cost me if I want to rebuild it. But I have two other DT250s, 1974 vintage. So they're in much better shape. These are 1973 DT3s. I have three of them here, all of them. I have a motor up in the shed and in the granary, and I'll eventually put one of these back together out of the three. This is my nephew's bike, which happens to be a 1981 Honda Goldwing, which he's got about, I don't know, 80,000 miles on it now. Still runs. He's taken a lot of nice long trips on it. Out here, we got some other ones. This is a CT2. I just put a battery charger on it the other day to see if that battery would hold a charge. And it's not looking good. I'm watching the green light on the charger down here. And if it was totally charged, that green light should be getting brighter and dimmer and so on. So I got a meter with me. I'm gonna check it and see what the meter says. This is a 6-volt battery in there. All right, so I don't know where I can put you so you can see what's going on, but maybe over here. We'll try it and see. All right. Put our meter on 20. I didn't do anything to this bike but clean it up, add some lights to it, I think. I can't remember what I paid for it, but I know it wasn't above $300. That battery actually looks pretty good, 6.85 volts. So, I'm just going to leave it in there. It goes right there, actually. And we'll come back out later. Snow's all gone. Right now, I think what I'll do is just take this over. I've kept the battery charged up on the mower here. I move this around. I don't want to leave it on one place all the time. So, all the batteries out here. This little bike over here is an AT3. It was the first bike I bought, or first Enduro I bought. Gas tank was shitty. It's I got with my battery charger. I put that those two pieces in there so it wouldn't short out, so I could get the alligator clip on there. But this little guy had the engine was locked up and transmission wouldn't shift, and this is the this is the first Enduro that I actually took the engine apart, split the cases, and new piston, rings, bearings, seals, did all that, and it runs pretty good actually. It's been my fun bike. I really kind of like it because it's got electric start, and that works. It's always nice to have for an old man. You got to keep these covers on them. They're just cheap covers, but they at least will keep the bird shit off of them. I think I'm just going to leave that out there for now. This door's been wanting to sag. There's an interesting old piece that's been with the farm here for 100 years or so. Guy has to be kind of careful going up this ramp when you're 77 years old. It can get to be dangerous. Well, let me hold this. And here we go into the den. This here is my other. I said before I had 3. Actually, I've got 2. DT 250s, 1974 vintage. This is a room. Used to be, of course, a grain bin. And I put all my parts in here. And I had the local machine shop make me up a metal table to work on. They just made the tabletop. I had the rest of it. This is a YDS3 motor that goes in a third YDS3 that I have. One of them is a YDS3C. That's the one on the lift in the garage. So I've got some parts here that I'm going to put in one of my new bins. I want to try and keep all these bins with things that are similar but don't have actual part numbers. These are I believe this is off of a AT2 or just an AT that had an electric starter, because these 2 points, this one and this one down here, are where the starter switch would bolt in. So those are handy to have. It'd be a lot handier if I had the actual switch, but I don't have it. I've got everything online here. I do have a computer out here, a little Mac Mini, and I have an inventory program, and I keep track of all my parts and where they're at, or try to. I mess up once in a while. This is not the correct Kickstarter for this, but it will work. So this turns over now. It was totally froze up. I'll take you over and show you where this engine came from. Okay, I'm going to take you in what I call the annex here, which has got other larger parts. I got a bunch of gas tanks here. Hopefully you can see them. I don't know. DT3 tank here that looks pretty good shape. That'll probably go on one of those DT3s I got over there. Couple of CT tanks back in the back. I think that's a CT1 tank there, the green one, if you can see it. I'm not sure. Down here, we got some engine parts. I think that's a DT2 engine that I took apart. I think there's something broken in it. That's the DT3 engine that will go in the DT3 over there. That's an AT engine. It needs a lot of work. I think it's off an AT1. I'm not sure about this one. And a few other miscellaneous parts down here. We got some guards off of a Virago. Got a headlight shell. Got some gas, or another gas tank up here. A couple of fenders. Fender off of YDS3. Rear fender off of something, I'm not sure what. Over here we got YDS3 exhausts and a bunch of different Yamaha Enduro exhausts. And down below we got a box of, I think that's DT250 parts in that central tan box. I'm not sure what's in the other two. Got an extra oil tank there for the DT3. I picked this up for $250, I think. Not too far from here, over in Iowa. You can see it a little better now. Covered with bird shit. I think all the parts are here. I put a different, oh, that appears to be in pieces. I'm not sure. Those switches probably need to be cleaned. So, the tank, this is off of that other DT250 you saw before. Seats in decent shape. The buddy seat, I think that was $150. The guy had it. It's almost brand new. I just couldn't resist. I grabbed it. This is the one I got to tear it all down. The engine's good. I had it running. But I need to take it down, strip all the paint off. I may have the frame powder coated. And I think I'm missing something for my spark arrestor here. I'm not sure if there's some kind of cap on that or not. There's no battery in it, of course. I took it out. But all the electronics or electrics have been checked. And it's got a key. It's licensed in Vermont. That was one I thought I'd try on. All I had was a bill of sale. I called the state police. They came out, verified the VIN. And I took that, I added with it the value of the bike from one of the website things. I forgot which one now. And sent that off with a letter saying that all I had was the bill of sale to show where it came from. And I sent Vermont, I forget how much money. It's, you got to pay tax on the value. So it was probably $150 total, plus the license. And I've had it now for several years, 3 I think. And I just renewed the license plate for 2 more years, so I'll hope to get it running and in painted in good shape by next year, so I can ride it. And that's pretty much this place. I just put this up this year because I wanted to get my tractor. Yep. I wanted to put my tractor someplace out of the weather. This is, I call this girl Crafty. She's my old Craftsman. I just put a new carburetor on it as it was having some problems, wouldn't start for me. Out in the back there is my DT2, which I rebuilt, repainted it. I've been told that the Yamaha letters are not where they're supposed to be, but I didn't really care. It looks pretty good to me. Everything's on it. Everything works. Lights, all that. This is the old house that my great-great-grandfather built in the mid-1800s. It's been added on to. That part over there was original, and this part here was added on a little after the turn of the century, I think. There used to be another house out here where this falling down garage is that was called the summer kitchen, where they prepared meals for the hired hands and so on. So anyway, what do I plan to do here? Well, I hope to put a wall across here with a door right at about this point here, and then put a ceiling up here, so the wall will start right about there and go all the way across to there. There'll be a door in here so you can get in and out. I need to seal up all the outside and put siding on it, and then I'll be able to heat it in the wintertime, because my problem right now is I don't have a warm space to work unless it's fairly warm outside. So, and the birds come in here and they just shit on everything. And I'm not too organized a person anyway, so. Anyway, that's it. That's the end of the tour. GoPro, stop video.